The 2015 homiletic directory recommends 13 paragraphs to go with this week, the fifth Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year A. It does this under 5 headings, the first heading being People of God to be Salt and Light. This comes from the Gospel reading, which is from St. Matthew's Gospel, right after last week's, which had the Beatitudes. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its savour, wherewith shall it be salted? It is good for nothing any more, but to be cast out and to be trodden on by men. You are the light of the world. A city seated on a mountain cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but upon a candlestick, that it may shine to all that are in the house. So let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. That first heading, People of God to be Salt and Light, refers to just one paragraph from the Catechism, number 782, and it's talking about the people of God, the Church, and various characteristics of them, including this mission to be salt of the earth and light to the world. The second heading is Moral Life and Missionary Witness. And the Catechism there talks about the evangelization message that comes through in those 3 paragraphs. The third heading is Light on Works of Mercy, Love for the Poor. And it has 7 paragraphs of the Catechism under this heading, so more than half of the recommended ones are under this heading. The first reading is from Isaiah chapter 58, verses 7 to 10. And it talks about sharing your bread with the hungry and sheltering the homeless poor, clothing men you see to be naked, and things like that. Then will your light shine like the dawn, and your wound be quickly healed over. So an emphasis on doing charitable works and also that light, that missionary witness through that. So this third heading has 7 paragraphs, numbers 2443 to 2449, and they, in the Catechism, they come under the heading Love for the Poor, and talks about that being part of the Church's constant tradition. It quotes a large part of the letter of St. James, chapter 5, verses 1 to 6, talking about the importance of giving people what they're due in justice and not offering it as a gift of charity if in fact it's justice. Paragraph 2447 talks about works of mercy. It has a listing there that's a bit of a confusing list compared to the Compendium of the Catechism, which has got what I find a clearer list in its Appendix B, Formulas of Catholic Doctrine. Here it lists the 7 corporal works of mercy: 1, feed the hungry; 2, give drink to the thirsty; 3, clothe the naked; 4, shelter the homeless; 5, visit the sick; and 6, visit the imprisoned; 7, bury the dead. And the 7 spiritual works of mercy it has are: 1, counsel the doubtful; 2, instruct the ignorant; 3, admonish sinners; 4, comfort the afflicted; 5, forgive offences; and 6, bear wrongs patiently; and 7, pray for the living and the dead. 2448 is talking about the preferential love for the poor that the church has, despite the failings of many of her members. And 2449 looks at some of the things that the Old Testament has in terms of helping the poor, forgiveness of debts. So the fourth heading in the homiletic directory is the baptized neophytes are to be light of the world. And that the Catechism there, 1243, that paragraph talks about how the newly baptized, the neophytes, are given a candle, symbolising that they're the light of the world. The fifth heading is Christ crucified is the wisdom of God, and it refers to the one paragraph, number 272. The basis for choosing this is the second reading, which is St. Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, where he talks about The only knowledge I claimed to have was about Jesus and only about him as the crucified Christ. Some unusual words in these passages from the Catechism are primordial, supernatural, immoderate, preferential, neophyte, and authenticated. Thanks for watching.